back. We are back. I had to go to the restroom. We had to switch over, and we're back. Welcome to Pro Se Legal School. We provide the tools you need to stop the court process. And we're going to start out with Saturday by Corruption, written by my best friend. Saturday by Corruption, bestseller on Amazon. And it's just I know, just a little bit, a couple hundred pages about what we went through to be where we are, so to speak, thingy. Okay, so in this live stream, excuse me, still suffering. A week before last, I lost a whole week of my life, a week and several days, because my neighbor kids have been talking trash, and I've been getting in shape, so I could go out there and take their ass on in the basketball driveway. We're just talking driveway. Oh yeah, and they roughed me up pretty good. I ain't gonna lie, they roughed me up pretty good. Okay, but the problem was I should have went on and washed my hands after touching that ball or something. I don't know. And then I got a cigarette and crap. And so we're recuperating from that. And, we ain't missing this part of the cha-ching chain tonight. So in this live stream, we in the People's Ring. And I emailed Mr. Joshua Matthews, the divorce attorney, who told his lying, cheating person that paid him. I'm assuming she paid him. I don't know. Lying, cheating attorney. Well, my foster kid already placed his marriage dissoluted on a public record, and so they didn't have no reason to be filing the foreclosure or the divorce lawsuit and all of that against him 4 months later. 4 months later, so, and he let me file, my foster kid, his name is Rodney, he let me file whatever I wanted to file in the case, which is pretty damn cool. And that's usually when I work for my family. That's usually how that goes. Okay, but I want to let you all know, I filed a bunch of crap. Okay, so it ain't like you can just go file one thing and then go sit down. Okay, I filed a bunch of stuff, and they just ignored it all, and they tried to move forward. They kept trying to do stuff, and then we jam up the judge, and then one day they tried to sneak a hearing in. And then I ran down there and recused. I knew they were going to try some sneaky shit because they got like a time frame. And so while Ronnie was at work, I just went down there. He already signed everything because I already knew what they were up to. So I just ran down there and filed that shit. And so now I'm at an undisclosed location. So my best friend, Carrie, is filing the stuff for us that we need to have filed. And then I have another backup plan if she can't make it. But right now, we're not even worried about that, okay? Because when we got done playing with them, we got a certified copy of the complete docket sheet, and we're using that right now. Now, I sent Mr. Matthews an email and a picture of me here, letting him know he could come to the People's Ring. He can come to the People's Ring right here and state his case. He can let everybody know why it was that he filed this divorce case against Rodney after he learned that the marriage dissolution was already placed in the public record. Okay, that's all they do to make it legal is place it in the public record. Now they do a bunch of other shit that ain't legal. They're not gonna do that, placing in the public record till they get done cleaning out your bank account, making you split up your property, making you do all of that stuff. Now, this marriage dissolution package was that until, well, Angela used it in North Carolina, and we added the lawsuit to it because they gave her a hard time. And then they did this stuff to him in foster kid. So now it's not the marriage dissolution anymore. Now it's a crushed divorce papers lawsuit package. It has the lawsuits in it that you need to sue them for dragging you into the administrative hearing. It has a lawsuit you need to sue them. A temporary restraining order to block the entire state from receiving federal funding. Oh, it's badass. And it has, well, y'all know that when I work for my family, I don't play. Okay, I don't play anyway, okay? But when I work for my family, it's like, I can't just do the normal shit that everybody else is using. No offense. We like to step up around here. And so that's what we do. And my goal is not to have to go into court at all for anything. And that's how we do this, like the beat down. Nice. And I ain't in a hurry. I want them to give up and go sit their happy asses down. So, yeah, we can punch in the ring all day long and all night. It don't matter. It does not matter to me because I'm willing to do whatever it takes. If you're willing to do whatever it takes, oh, you're going to have a lot of fun in my program. Okay, so, we already know my kid was not served, and they want to ignore that. They didn't serve him because he already dismissed that shit. And had to serve them would have been, well, it would have been easier. Because you can crush the service or whatever, and never get in the door of the court. But they needed to get our ass in the door on the Zoom call and the Zoom shit. All of that shit is totally illegal how they're doing it. Totally a violation of your due process. Okay? But, it don't matter. We filed all that stuff, and we checked the court docket sheet 2 or 3 times along the way, and there was only 2 things in it, and we got copies of those 2 things. And then we added it. Well, it got a little hot in the kitchen when we added the judge's property to the lawsuit, and then the attorney general for the state of Kansas sent 2 flunkies. Excuse me, assistant attorney generals down here to take some punches, because that's what happened. As soon as they got here, we did the demand to strike, and we punched their ass in the face, and we struck their shit because they're not registered with FARA. The Foreign Agent Registration Act requires, and it's a federal law that was enacted in 1938, and it requires these fools to disclose a bunch of information that they don't want people to know about. And then we had some other stuff in there too. So they had to go sit down pretty quick. And then they brought in a couple of more attorneys from Missouri across the way over there. And they brought those attorneys in to help protect the Judge Thesis, Catherine Thesis, the divorce judge in Lawrence, Kansas, to help protect her property. And we already added her property to the lawsuit. And she has it listed as residential, 39 residents, and their law offices. So she doesn't have it properly registered properly in. Oh, I wonder why. Would would you would you get more information? Would you be able to save money and not pay taxes if you didn't have it? Now, I don't know. I don't know about that, but I did. We did report her ass to the IRS. Oh, so they could check her out because my best friend looked up the situation and on the internet, because after they post your stuff uh, on their websites and on their stuff, anybody can look at it. And my best friend said that there's some discrepancies. So we reported their ass to the IRS so they can check that shit out because we're suing them for the property and we ain't paying the IRS nothing. So the IRS better get their money out of their asses before they get over to where we're at. So the divorce judge, my best friend sent me a screenshot. Divorce judge dismiss the divorce case that he filed against my foster kid. It took him a long time, and it pissed us both off, me and the foster kid. So we ain't in a very good mood to be cordial. Oh, so yeah. So now we have the $200 million lawsuit filed in federal court against the state, the divorce, the Supreme Court, and the attorney. I'm gonna have to do a couple supplemental pleadings if they want to play around, because I was kind of in a rush because I had to get back there and get that shit filed. So we're gonna add the attorney's property. Now I did add the attorney's bar card because we'd like to have that. But we're going to add the attorney's property to the mix too, along with the judge, and then we're just going to kind of wait and see how they want to roll in the federal court. If they want to make these fools come to the settlement table, or if they want to try and help them. So it's up to them. Okay, but I don't think they're going to be wanting to try and help them too much. I don't know. We'll see, because I added a half a page to the lawsuit to challenge the federal judge. And you guys can do this yourself. I challenge the federal judge. Now, this is how this kind of worked out. The legal team has done research on the judge's prior decisions and has determined that the federal judge, all of the past rulings from the federal judge, now you're throwing this on the table before they get to rule on your stuff. That's how this works. All of the prior rulings from the judge were done in administrative court, in an administrative setting, because they didn't contain a finding of facts and a conclusions of law. So that means that it was done in an administrative hearing, and just like what happened down there at the state court level. Oh. And so the legal team is in the opinion that without a finding of facts and a conclusions of law, the federal court has just dragged you into their administrative hearing just like the state court did, where they operate from the local rules, which aren't connected to anything except their pocketbook. So you throw that on the table right at the gate, and so the legal team said that if this is the case in this situation, then the judge is going to accept liability. Okay. So, is the judge really wanting to go and do? I don't know. We'll see, because it don't matter. The judge's name is on there, so the judge is already accepting some liability. So, yeah, but this makes it sweet. This makes it sweet. So the divorce attorney dismissed the case and is facing the $200 million lawsuit in federal court. And I don't know what is going to be the next move. I got my Pacer account set up, so I'm going to log in tomorrow and take a look at what's been done to verify that everybody's been served. And see when the countdown starts. I don't know. Because I don't think the judge is going to be excited about ruling in this case. And over here in the corner, and where you're supposed to put trial by jury trial, whatever. Now, we put settlement conference. But the clerk had to write in over here because the settlement conference wasn't an option. But when you get a certified copy of the complete docket sheet, it really limits. And the docket sheet in Rodney's case was manufactured by the people that came down from the Attorney General's office in Topeka. They came down and manufactured, they put this big old fat thing together. It was that thick. It had a whole bunch of pages of stuff in it saying that the judge had ruled on this and we'd done that and we'd done this. And nobody done none of that shit because they couldn't get past the first door. Well, second door. They got past the first door by not serving him, but they didn't get past the second door or the third door or any other doors at that point. So the case been dismissed, and so I don't know. I'm thinking, and this is the first time that the state case. In my sister's case, the judge terminated the process, and then the attorneys tried to keep going forward with it after the termination. This is the first time that that the attorney actually dismissed it and wrote a letter to the client that he was ripping off and that he lied to let her know that he withdrew from the case and he dismissed it, and she's responsible for responding to anything that's filed in the case from here on out. Okay, so the stupid part of that is, well, wait a minute. She got it was dismissed. So and they're getting sued. So what's going to get filed in it? I'm not filing nothing in it. Okay, because we're over here now with a certified copy of everything that shows that there's no process of service in it, and there are a couple of other things missing out of it too. Yep, it was that thick. I went through every freaking page 5 times. Every page that was 5 times. 5 times. I know I'm a little creepy. And so that's what we filed as our evidence. And, I don't know how they're planning on trying to get around that because they didn't respond to nothing that we put in there, and they didn't respond to nothing on the record either. So they just expected us to ignore everything and kiss their ass. And I want to tell you again, you guys, this thick ass stuff that I filed, because I got people, I no. The process ain't gonna go like that. People think that if you file the fire, that's a wrap. Well, that's a wrap in their conventional program. If you file their shit and you're one of them and you file their fire. Over here, even if you file the fire, you still got to stay on their ass. You still got to object to their stuff. You still got to play their game until you move their ass over in the federal court. Now, the way this works for most people is you're supposed to stop the state court process by filing the first document in it and then get the shit filed in federal court. But some people get stuck in state court and they start playing. I have people telling me, oh, I filed a motion to show cause. That wasn't in my packets. I don't have none of that shit in my packets. We don't file nothing in their conventional bullshit. Okay, so if you file the fire and they stall you, but that's what they do, okay, and your ass in a hurry, and then you go in and file a motion to show cause, you just combine the two programs together. The non-conventional over here is my program, where the fire is, you just combine it with their shit, and their shit smooshed all that up. Pretty much, a good way to look at it. If you file their shit, then they have jurisdiction, they have control, and they're just going to stall your ass out. That's what they do. They're just going to stall your ass out. So we don't do that. We object. We file what we need, whatever. Now, if you're in foreclosure or you're facing criminal shit, you ain't got time to be playing like I did with these people. Okay? You don't. Get the shit filed. Get a certified file stamp copy, a certified copy of the document that you filed, so you can use it, put a lien on some shit. Get your shit filed in federal court. Get another certified copy, and make sure you put the state court certified copy of whatever in the federal court as evidence, and see what they got to say. Uh-oh. I got a phone call coming in. Hello.
Hello. My name's Amanda, and I'm calling from my husband. Hold on, let me pull him on the line.
So, Amanda, let me call you back. I'm doing a live stream right now, and I don't think you guys want. You don't want your business all over. Let me call you back in a few minutes, okay? Let me call you back in a few minutes. Okay. Okay. I don't think people want their information all over everything. For why they even get in the program. So, you guys, that's all I got tonight. I'm going to go ahead and close this up. I want to just go ahead and touch on that. Joshua Matthews, the divorce attorney, dismissed the foreclosure case, bullshit case that he had against my foster kid, and we about to jam their ass up where we at over there. So, you guys stay. If you have this marriage situation and the divorce situation that you need to crush, I got what you need. And when people ask me, oh, how many have you won? I won one right now myself because that shit got dismissed. And I got a video I'm gonna post tomorrow about it. So thank you guys for the value of sharing your time. I'll see you in the next video.